You know what? Fine. Candace Owens, a little unhinged, but she has a point.
Wow. I don't even know where to begin. The fact that we were able to pull off an event of a century, like, it's just insane.
Everyone's talking about this leaked Zoom call about Erika Kirk giggling 11 days after her husband was brutally killed on a college campus. But I need you to focus on something specific. Something that everyone's just glossing over amongst all this other riffraff and hoopla. And it's not just that she was like upbeat and having a little giggle, it's what she was celebrating. And the thing she kept coming back to, the metric she was tracking in real time. And when you hear what this is, you're gonna understand why everyone grieves or grifts differently. Doesn't cover it this time. And real quick, I'm Lauren Paritra. Please take a moment to subscribe. We currently still have a lead on Katie Miller, the woman married to Stephen Little Bitch Miller, the pale white nationalist from Santa Monica. She's married to him on purpose, and she's building a podcast on the backs of kidnapped children and immigrants. So consider every like, every share, every comment, every hype as an FU to Katie and Stephen Little Bitch Miller. So context, Charlie Kirk, the Turning Point USA founder, gets poo-pooed at an event September 10, 2025. A 22-year-old kills him. Look, Kirk was somebody I fundamentally disagreed with. He built this whole political movement founded on many deeply problematic beliefs. But getting shot while giving a talk is not something that anyone deserves, even somebody who I fundamentally disagree with. Political violence is not the answer, full stop. And 11 days later, his widow, Erika, gets on a Zoom call with her Turning Point USA staff. Candace Owens leaks the audio, and Erika opens it up like she's running a quarterly review, like it's an earnings call.
Hi, everybody. I still love all these emoji Zoom things. Wow. I don't even know where to begin. The fact that we were able to pull off an event of a century, like, it's just insane. We had over 275,000 people that attended, and stadium overflow, Westgate, insane.
Event of the century? This is your husband's funeral. An event you pulled off? We had 275,000 people that attended in a stadium overflow. A stadium overflow? Most widows can't even get out of bed in 2 weeks. And Erika's over here calculating capacity metrics and like treating it like KPIs. And I'm thinking, okay, she's on something, or there's some serious compartmentalization going on. Some people just go on full autopilot. Everyone does respond to trauma differently, because feeling anything like what she should be feeling would shatter somebody. But then she says something that makes it clear that this isn't shock, that she's excited.
I think we're at like over 200,000 for merch sales. Don't quote me on that, because I think it just keeps like bumping up like crazy.
200,000 for merch sales at her husband's funeral, at his memorial. Someone designed hoodies, someone approved them, and someone staffed these tables. I covered this a few weeks back, or maybe even a month or so back now. They had these merch items for sale within 24 hours. And she said, don't quote me on that, because I think it just keeps bumping up like crazy. Bumping? The merch is bumping at her husband's memorial? The sales are climbing so fast she can't find a final number, because the dashboard is still refreshing, I guess. Somebody set up real-time metrics that she's tracking. Someone monitored it during the memorial, and someone is feeding Erika Kirk these updates, and she's probably looking at a Google sheet somewhere. And someone on Twitter wrote, "We all grieve differently. We all grieve in different ways. Some of us cry. Some of us want to be alone. Some of us want our friends nearby. And some of us want to gleefully tabulate how much money we made on merchandise with our dead beloved's name on it." It's all normal. Could you imagine?
I just wanted to say a huge, huge, huge thank you to the events team, the development team, the graphic design team, the production team. It's just phenomenal. Their incredible work leading into the memorial. And honestly, a lot of the staff that worked on the memorial, they had 20-hour days for a week during the time of us grieving the loss of my husband. And honestly, I know several staff that didn't even sleep.
The graphic design team, for their work on her husband's death branding, right now, somebody has a Charlie Kirk Memorial Service 2025 at the top of their portfolio. They led this visual identity. It's in their LinkedIn. They exceeded merch projections by 4,100%. And then here's the part that really threw me off. And I had to like hear this one back a couple times. She calls them, and I'm gonna show you Willa. She calls them breathing angels. She says directly, you guys are breathing angels for pulling 20-hour days during the time of us grieving. She worked them 20-hour days to organize a stadium funeral with a merch operation. Then she called their exhaustion like something to be celebrated. They're employees. They have health insurance and rent or a mortgage. What are they supposed to say? Sorry about the assassination, but I need a personal day? Erika wouldn't go with that. She took coerced labor and she's trying to act like it's holy. I'm picturing them on this call, dead-eyed, running on just nothing but cold brew and maybe some Adderall, and their boss is calling them angels while celebrating revenue. And somebody's probably crying on mute. Like, then she needs to handle the workplace drama. And she says, I don't care if you have beef with each other from the past, please put it to rest. I feel like the next thing she's gonna say after that is like, please have some babies. She says, my husband's dead. It's like a weird PowerPoint transition. She's using his death as like a means to put into perspective how life is short. I guess the emotional weight of the way she delivered this was with the emotional weight of the copier is jammed. Just my husband's dead, like just going on about the meeting. Life is short. The merch is bumping. Let's align. And throughout all of this, every second she's giggling, delighted. It's like the 5 stages of grief or the swirl. Erika just added a 6th one in there. Thrilled about Q4 projections. At no point does this feel like a widow or anyone who's lost anyone that they care about. And defenders are gonna say like, everyone grieves differently, or this is Christian joy. Sure, people grieve differently. Some people cry, some people can't cry, some people work, some people go spiral into the disease of addiction, some isolate. Some call their husband's assassination the event of a century. Okay, then they celebrate merch sales, bumping up like crazy. Thank the graphic design teams, working their staff 20 hours a day and calling them angels. What the fuck? And then she's asking to use her dead husband as the workplace squasher of beef. The Christian joy defense. So listen, I'm not one to subscribe to organized religion, but technically when Jesus went to Lazarus' tomb, he wept. He didn't check attendance. He didn't thank the production team. He didn't like commemorate on it with sales of something. He wept. This is not a normal honoring of somebody who passed. This is a marketing campaign, and I was a CMO for many years. So Candace Owens, obviously she's a little messy. She loves the conspiracy theory. She loves a public feud. She's leaking this for her own reasons, I'm sure, but even bad faith leaks can expose something very grotesque. And you don't get to celebrate memorial merch bumping like crazy 11 days after the assassination of your husband and then act confused and people are like, what? So you don't get to work people 20 hours a day and call them angels and track revenue in the same breath. Everyone grieves differently, everyone grifts differently, but like, it stops feeling normal and any lick of compassion when it becomes something like this. We're way past the point of that. So if this made you uncomfortable, please take a moment to subscribe, share it, comment, because people like Erika Kirk and Katie Miller are counting on us to look away. Every engagement is a middle finger to the Millers, especially Stephen Little Bitch Miller, and to Erika Kirk, who's just turning this all into cash in her pocket, not helping a goddamn thing. So hit subscribe, make it count. Let's get to 50K.